Scorpio. It's your girl, Jay, the High Priestess, here with your general tarot reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising for Gemini season 2020. And ooh-wee, baby. There is a heaviness in your chest, a heaviness on your heart, and it is to be tended to. Your ruling planets are in precarious places right now. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, been there for a hot minute. Shit has been crazy for a while, to say the least. And Mars currently uncomfortable in Pisces. It's been a heavy year, of course, for everybody, but there just seemed like ordeals, but intense upheavals, and within yourself, within your job, within work, within your public life, and also within your subconscious. There is a deepening. And also there may be something definitely something, luckily Jupiter is right next to Pluto right now, but there is something going on with work, and it comes off to me that some of you are doing things like you may be in a good job or in a position and actually have a job, during such a hard time globally and economically. But it's not like your dream job. This is not like what you love doing. It's not what sparks joy in any way. Whew. First card out is the Fool. Uranus. It's time to allow yourself to be shaken up, to lean into the electrifying excitement of the unknown. And something that is important is Mars is going retrograde in Aries from Wednesday, September 9th to November 13th. So during that period, there could be a lot of upheavals coming in the house of the I am, how you identify, what you know about yourself to be true. Three of Pentacles, your team, your foundation, what you're building, who's privy to, the information and access of your life. A new foundation, leaving something for a new foundation, an end of a cycle. There's a new beginning that's taking place here. And it's really important that you grab it with both hands, because it's time to move forward. Grab what matters and go. There is another way. And it starts with acknowledging your free will and your willpower to exercise your ability to leave, to start again, to start anew. Harnessing this. A lot of people associate the Fool with Aries also. And so there is and Mars will be going retrograde in Aries, and that sounds like it's going to be a time where you get to begin again. And begin again with a new foundation, with new seeds planted in the ground, sprouting up from the ground, with a new there's like a new level of professionalism that takes place, or like getting in a different echelon, like working in in a different realm than you're used to. Like maybe you're used to like serving, but now you work at like something professional, you know, like where you're face to face with people. I mean, and serving's not saying that serving's not professional, but like something that you have to dress up for, or like a bank, or some financial institution, or for like some big company. There are opportunities coming. There also may be an Aquarius. I want to see if Uranus is doing anything. Mercury sextiles Uranus. Actually, Mars just sextiled Uranus a day ago. And Mars is one of your co-ruling planets. And there's just something here with work. Definitely, Nine of Swords reversed. Yeah, and that's what it feels like. It's like you are upset about it. You don't like going. It stresses you out, but you're not really expressing it. It's like you don't want to complain. There is like you feel like you got yourself in this situation, so it's like you don't want to bitch about it, but because you like part of you needs to be grateful, but this is not sparking joy for you, and you are on the tail end of a dark night of the soul, and really receiving new information about yourself, about how you're perceived, about the persona that you put out in life, and also within the deep hidden mysteries of yourself, your subconscious. There are new things that are coming up. There are new things you're finding out about yourself. Knight of Cups. There are creativities that you are wanting to lean into. There also may be love coming in, a love offer, love that wants to come in or that you're wanting to give. But that's not going to flow very well or be very happy if you're in this place. And we'll definitely clarify that, but Temperance. There may be a love interest with a water sign or a fire sign. I feel like maybe Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius, someone with those placements, sun, moon, or rising. And there is like a recalibration. Also, some of you are like realizing that you need to chill out on drinking, that you need to chill out on like this. It feels like there's a certain level of escapism, or Ten of Wands. A certain level of escapism, or just not being like present in your body. King of Cups. Yes. It's like you're in a dark place, but you are doing the work. You may not like where you're at, but you're putting in the work. And you go from the Knight to a King. But in between that, so you do level up, but in between that, there is a recalibration of your efforts, a recalibration of your spirit, of your passions, and how you're exerting that into the world, how you are showing up in your world for your people, how you're showing love, how you're able to receive love. There is a recalibration, a balancing that's taking place. And some of you know, like, you just need to pull back from certain activities, certain people, in order for you to attain the certain level of emotional maturity that's required. Because if you're in this place right now, it's real hard to access the mature qualities of the King of Cups. If you're here, it's real easy to just get super emotionally manipulative, especially when this retrograde happens, and especially right now because Mars is in Pisces. And bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords. The 9 reversed, 9 of Swords reversed, 10 of Wands, and then the 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And like always, cycles are ending. But this cycle that's ending is of the mind and of the physical energy that you're exerting. There's way too much overthinking. There's way too much exertion of energy when there's not enough pouring back into yourself that needs to take place. That is definitely a priority. And it's just like, I don't know if you can see it, but whew, it's time to mend. It's time to let go of the old, outdated beliefs about yourself so that you can step forward and look into the horizon. Let the old you die. So the new you that has less baggage, way less baggage, a lighter version of you can emerge. And can emerge with a purpose of like productivity and actually like trusting to go, trusting other people to, trusting to accept other people's help. Because, and some of you, actually I said this in Libra and Scorpio were once one sign. There was no Libra, there was just all Scorpio. But some of you are having really hard time with your mental health right now. It's like you just are like, you need to make a change and you're just trying to make the change. And how am I holding this? Okay. It's like, you need to make the change and you're going forward and you're making this effort, and it's starting from the bottom, from your root. Like you may feel like you're in a place of survival mode as opposed to thriving. And that's really what's taking place here. Is it's you stepping out on faith. You understanding that when you take a chance on yourself and you step out on faith, that the earth will rise to meet your feet. The universe and God loves you that much, you specifically that much, that it's like, just trust in me and I'll move mountains to just support you. Once you choose to support yourself, you receive the support that you need in regards to this looping of the mind, this darkness that you're feeling, this defeated, emotion. This is, and this is being okay with possibly going to a therapist, talking to a professional, not giving that love to yourself, as opposed to trying to instill it in a partner or a job or some mystery, or like, this is like staying up. Some of you also are like creeping on an ex, or like just up too late looking at stuff that you just really, it's just not conducive to you having a restful night. And so there is a certain level of love that you're giving externally that you need to start giving yourself, so that you can generate equilibrium and reciprocity in yourself and in your life. You are to pour into yourself the way that you are so desperately trying to pour into other people. And if this recalibration doesn't happen, there is a burnout that's possible. And so it's like, strive for this emotional maturity and this escalated level of creativity. Strive for this after you've dealt with your mind. Like, get your mind right. This is the focus right now. Dealing with this so you can take it from a 10 to a 9. And once it's in the 9, it may just be this nagging thing. You may be vacillating between the 9 and the 10, where it's just like waves of bad and not the best. And you have maybe trying to deal with it on your own when there are other more qualified people who are available to you to give you the support and aid you in the transition that you're going through. Because all of these ordeals have just been happening so that you can face the transformation that you're meant to undergo. All right, let's look at these cards. All right, now Scorpio, for the bottom of the deck to be the 10 of Swords, of course, there are some major things that are to be released. There are some major cycles that have been closed out, especially for the Fool to be the first card out. You have moved some personal mountain. You have come so far. And it's a big deal. And it's important that you give yourself credit, that you allow yourself to have fun and be lighthearted when you have the, ability to. I actually want to clarify the Fool. Please clarify the Fool. There's only 2 major arcana out. But I just feel like there is some certain level of stability that some of you guys are going to be turning away from. Maybe turning your back on. Maybe and you're stressed out about what to do, to stay or go. Some of you may be worried about your partner giving affection or love to maybe a Sagittarius or a Pisces. Or someone who's just appears, you have this illusion that they're more balanced than you. Also, some of you are dealing with issues with substance abuse and and drinking. Specifically, this feels like drinking. You have a very specific path that you are on, and you're putting in a lot of work to get somewhere specific, but you're going to have to do it with both eyes open. Whew. And look at this yellow, and it's going to come from a place of willpower, sheer willpower. This is a new you, a new start, a new beginning, a new business, new idea, new workout regimen, new belief system, new thought process. This is you reinventing you. I know I need to get my shit together, so this huge, because clearly a huge cycle is closed out, and there is a new beginning in regards to what you believe about yourself and how you show up in your physical world. Also, there may be a new beginning in regards to some of you have an earth child, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn son or daughter, but this feels like a boy, that there's something new that's taking place. Whoo! There's another cycle ending, maybe reaching a new cycle in your relationship with this child. There's movement. However this 10 of Cups manifests for you, there's a lot of work that's been put in, a lot of prayers, a lot of tears, a lot of heartache, a lot of self-doubt, worry, a lot of physical effort, a lot of being in the spirit, a lot of praying, a lot of passion that has gone into you trying to achieve there's certain level of somewhere. There's just, for each of you is going to be different. There is just a certain level you're trying to get to that requires this major leap of faith, and you may already be at a point like, I've leaped, and it's just like, I'm sorry, baby, there's more. But there is a new beginning in regards to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and your emotional fulfillment is tied to this person in some way. Please clarify the Nine of Swords reversed. Because this feels like very private. Whew. A couple flew out on that one. Five of Wands, Four of Swords, Two of Wands, Strength card. I did not mean to put that there. So yes, there is conflict here. Of course, conflict that you are stressed out about. Conflict that you're stressing out about. There's something about a fear of multiple suitors, or there being, multiple suitors involved, multiple passions that you're conflicted about which way to go, what to do with it. But there is a resting that needs to take place. There's resting, meditation, getting quiet, laying your swords down. So that you can choose to operate from a place of strength as opposed to operating from this motherfucking victimhood that's going on right here. This is, I'm stuck and I want to stay stuck. And that's how you've been for a while, but that's not how it's going to continue to be. There is a choice, a choosing. Two of Wands, there is a choosing to stand up in your strength, to lean into your power, to lean into your heart, to assert soft and passive control over your situations, as opposed to just Scorpio stinging yourself over and over and over. It's like some of you haven't gotten more than... It's just like you've gotten like 9 hours of sleep the last couple days when you watch this. It's just like there is not a lot of sleep that's taking place, not a lot of productive sleep. Please clarify the Temperance card. And you have to choose. Look at all this yellow. That's right here. You have to choose from a place. This is activating your solar plexus, getting into that chakra and that energy, rebalancing that. And I want you guys to, if that resonates for you, do some research. You guys love staying up all night and obsessing over stuff. Obsess over something that's fucking productive, and lean into like, how do I heal my shit? How do I heal this? How do I open up and lean into my willpower, operate from a place of my willpower, as opposed to, why does this always happen to me? Why does this... There is like a constant like feeling like you're getting the short end of the stick, when really you're feeling this angst so that you can rest, because there's some perspective that's needed. Look at this orb above her head and this crown that you're on the journey to find. It's like I feel like some of you are really interested in getting, from my single people, some of y'all are really interested in getting a relationship right now. But it's like, find your crown first, before, give your love to yourself. Pay attention to yourself before, put this work and this effort into yourself before you try to give it to this other person. Yeah. with the Nine of Wands, it's like this, take the blindfold off, babe. It's time to see. No more willful blindness. Because there are far too many opportunities available to you. And you need to do your best to balance and measure your energy so that you can get on the road to getting your crown back. But you can do it at the pace that heavy Mars pushing pace that you want to do it at. And with Mars being in Pisces and then the retrograde in Aries, there is this wading through the water, wading through your emotional water. And there is this ambition, your ambitions change from like external to internal. There's this shift of ambition to the unseen, the deep mysteries that are operating in your life. Why am I doing this? Why do I feel this way? Why do I think this way? Why do I feel this way? Why do I think this way? Why do I act this way? Why am I like this? And don't be afraid to talk to a professional about it. Don't be afraid to reach out to get some self-help books, or talk to people. There may be I just feel like some of you are putting a lot of work into another person when the leveling up really needs to happen within you so that you can share that abundance with your partner or your friends or your family or whoever you're trying to, seek out. Please clarify the Ten of Wands. I'm even like out of breath. It's just like, it's some of you feel rushed. How, in clarifying the Ten of Wands, how can we avoid the burnout? How can we avoid the burnout? That's what I want to ask. What can we do to avoid the burnout? Stop looking in the past. Stop ignoring the gifts that are available to you. There is moon in Cancer. That's what is where the moon is right now. And there is this consciousness, this leveling up in consciousness. It's like from looking down, looking in the past, being so downtrodden that you're not even able to notice a fucking cup coming out of the sky, to like looking upward to the heavens with faith. So there is a release of the past, a release of transgressions, of old hurts. No more crying over spilt milk. Please clarify the King of Cups. There's just a certain level of like avoid the burnout so you don't get emotionally calloused. Do your best to get out of the past and be present in what you're doing so that you don't get spiteful or bitter or calloused. That's what comes to mind. Please clarify the King of Cups. Justice. Another choice. Bottom of the deck. The Tower reversed. When Mars goes retrograde, it's time for you to choose yourself. And once you do that, things speed up. But not in the way that you think that they will. It's not on your timeline. It is not. But there is a Do not reach for vindication. Do not reach for revenge. Do not plot and plan or allow yourself to lean or into any kind of manipulative plot or mind state. In the ways that you have been wrong, the universe will make right. There is a recalibration that's happening, a recalibration, a balancing of the scales. So you leave this to the universe. Do not evade because you can't. So, I mean, you might as well just face it head on. But the ordeals that have taken place are taking place to get you to trust in you and to lean into your new beginning. You got this. I love you.